Hey there, everybody. Thomas with Basecamp Trading here. It is Monday, July 10th, and we're going to take a look at another one of the quote-unquote mistakes traders make series videos. And what we're going to be discussing here is not taking in all the available information when you're going to place a trade. So one thing I've found a lot of traders do is they look at a market, they look at one time frame that they're analyzing, and they go place a trade based off that one time frame. And the problem is, by just looking at one time frame and one market and one little tiny piece of the market, basically, you're missing the big picture a lot of times. So this was actually a trade that one of the traders in the trading room took today, and he asked me, he said, "Hey Thomas, how come this didn't work out? It seems like every time I take this type of trade, it's not playing out." Well, in this particular case, he was trading a bear flag right here in NASDAQ on a 2-minute price chart, and it was coming off of the support break. So he broke the support, set up the bear flag, and it triggered. That in and of itself would be a perfectly fine setup, all right, if all we could look at was a 2-minute price chart. However, when you start going out and you look at all the bigger time frames, first off, like our 240s have strengthening momentum. We had bullish price action. We just changed to an uptrend. Okay, we had just pulled back into undervalued in the context of an uptrend. And then you go and you look at your 5-minute chart as well, for example here. And when we were breaking down, you actually had a bullish divergence on momentum. So if you look here, low number 1 compared to low number 2, see a significant difference in momentum indicator line and histograms. So we actually had strengthening momentum coming into this, and the only time frame that really looked that bearish was that 2-minute price chart, and that made it look like a really good setup. So my point is, he missed all of the available, or he didn't take into consideration all of the available information, such as the longer term bullish momentum set up on the 240s, the 5-minute bullish divergence, which in turn led to this trade failing and turn around and bouncing against him. So just keep in mind when you're trading as a trader, one of the best things you can do is make sure you're looking at all of the relevant information. Look at all the time frames. And the best trades you're going to find will be the ones, in my opinion anyway, will be the ones where you have multiple time frames lining up in the same direction, telling you the same thing. So you have a bearish setup on the 5-minute with a bearish setup on the 240, with a bearish setup on the 30s and 60s and the 120s, and a bearish setup on the 2-minute. Then you have a really good setup. You have a really good trade to take. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're always looking at all the available information and not just skipping over some of it. So that's all I have for you for today. I hope it helps you. I will see you in the trading room bright and early tomorrow morning. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying these videos. And until next time, happy trading.